Hello and welcome back. Tonight on the channel we have the Colt Government Model. Now this particular Colt Government Model served in the Shanghai Municipal Police. And for those of you who have been watching the channel for a little while, you'll remember that I did a video on the Colt 1908 380 pocket hammerless that served in the Shanghai Municipal Police. Now the story behind these pistols is that in 1919 the Shanghai Municipal Police Watch Committee had a meeting to try to determine what to do with their crime problem. Now, Shanghai, being a large city, always had a pretty bad crime problem, but it was out of control, so they had to try to take and figure out what to do. And they came to the conclusion to hire William Fairbairn to come in and train their police department with more modern techniques so that their officers could fight crime a little bit more evenly. So he took and Mr. Fairbairn, or I should say Sergeant Fairbairn at that point in time, took and ordered the Colt 380 and the 45 automatic pistols for the department to train with. Now, the shipments of the 45 began as early as 1919, and he tested with the police department and determined that the 45 was just a little too large for the officers to be able to really handle effectively. So he built his platform for the Shanghai Municipal Police around the 380. Now, this particular pistol right here shipped to the Shanghai Municipal Police via the China-Japan Trading Company of New York in March of 1927. So they still receive these 45s even that late in time. Now, there's some research going on right now for the collector that I'm working with on the different government models, and he's pretty sure he can determine the amount of these that went to the SMP. But anyway, we'll start to get into the modifications that we see on this pistol, and they are similar to what we see on the 380. For those of you who watched that video, you'll remember that the thumb safety on the 380 was disabled, as we see in this 45 also. And we'll take a close look at this so those of you can see what we have going on here. Now we have a screw that's been inserted into the frame, drilled and tapped, and there's kind of like a notch here in the thumb safety. So now the thumb safety cannot move at all. It's completely locked in place. Now, it was determined that a well-trained individual could, with a grip safety, be able to manipulate the pistol in a safe manner, even with the additional thumb safety being disabled. So you'll see that on both pistols. And then another modification that you see on both pistols is of the magazine. Now the magazine here, you can see, has view holes drilled all the way down the front of it, and that's to be able to see that all the bullets are in the casings. And then on the back side of the magazine, you can see where all the unstruck primers were. And what was going on was officers were taking the spent casings at the range and they were putting them back into the magazines, down in the magazines, and then keeping the bullets that they were supposed to be turning back in, and then selling the bullets. So they were stealing some of the ammunition. Now on the 380s you'll see lanyard loops on all of those, and on the 380s and all the pictures you see of the officers on the street, you'll see them with the 380s in their holsters with their lanyards on them. So you can imagine on the crowded streets that might be easy for somebody to steal a pistol out of a holster in a big crowd. So they had all those lanyard, and they did the same, of course, on the 45. It was a modification, of course, to the 380, but standard on the 45. Now here we have the Shanghai Municipal Police here in the roll marking here on the side of the frame. And then we also see here we have the number 288 for the police department, and where it was in their armory. And then we have 288 here on the slide, We have it again marked here on the barrel. So there you can see some of the other things that the police department did. Now this pistol was an Arsenal Reblue there at Shanghai. This one shows underneath the stock panels here that you can see where it has rusted out, but that has been arrested by the rebluing process. So you can see now that this one is quite a worn pistol, but served its purpose nonetheless, and just another interesting piece of Colt automatic history. Hope you enjoyed this short video and a little bit of look of the government model in police work. But anyway, hey, thanks for tuning in and watching, and have a great evening.